Nikki Hamblin there. She's had a Commonwealth medal over the years. D'Agostino of the USA giving the camera a little wave.
Oops, there's a fall at the back of the field here. There's a couple of runners down.
In front of me, and now I know that was Nikki, and then someone I think from behind me, like tripped. It was just a domino effect, and all of a sudden I was on the ground, and just remember like getting up right away and being like, we gotta finish. And so tapped Nikki on the shoulder, and then we were up, and I was down again, and she helped me up. So just this really cool like mutual helping there.
You must have heard the crowd roaring as you were going around the track. Was that a huge encouragement to you?
Absolutely, yeah. I mean, I wasn't really sure if it was what was happening in the front. You never know like what's causing the fans to go wild. So, but I definitely noticed, when I was finishing, I knew I was the only one on the track. So, yeah, that was like heartening to have that.
Furthermore, the reaction around the world has been amazing, isn't it?
Oh yeah, I mean, we're still like blown away. I don't think either of us are like on social media all the time, so we're hearing from family members and others that it's just really gone wild. Yeah.
And Nikki, how's the last 24 hours been for you?
It's been pretty surreal. I mean, I still don't really understand. Like, someone showed me a picture like on the front page of some New York newspaper. Like, it's just like, it's crazy, Like, I don't think either of us woke up yesterday morning and even not considered that anything like this could happen. But someone asked us the question earlier, like whether we would change it, and both of us said that we wouldn't change it. We wouldn't change going down because of something so much bigger and so much stronger and so much more powerful has actually come out of what happened, as opposed to a result on a scoreboard.
Abbey, I'm assuming you won't be running the final?
No, unfortunately, but I will be with the gals and Nikki in spirit and
Abbey
cheering
has a
them
New
on.
Zealand t-shirt.
I do, so I don't know. Loyalty's divided. Yeah, so I'll be in the stands.
So Nikki, you're definitely going to run tomorrow?
I'm on the 19th. So yeah, 2 days.
Final,
Yes, definitely going to run. Yeah.
And are you okay in terms of your recovery from the incident? You don't have a leg injury?
No leg injury. And I think it becomes a point when you're at the Olympic Games, and if you're good enough, if you're healthy enough to stand on the start line, you always do.
Abbey, you ruptured your ACL, is
Yes.
that right? How did you run 4 laps on a ruptured ACL?
That's the question of the day. I'm not sure. I mean, all I know is that I was praying my way through the finish, and it was crazy because I knew my leg just wasn't right, but I knew God was able, and I wasn't. So that's how I came through, and I'm just thankful to have been a witness to that kind of power that just wasn't my own.
So what's your long-term prognosis?
They said about 6 months, so I'll get surgery, of course, but I think there's a lot of individual variation with ACL tears, so I just believe that my recovery is going to be just like our training, we treat it the same way, so one day at a time.
Abbey, have you spoken to your family, and what do they say about
Absolutely, they're here, yeah, so they're just thankful that I'm okay. I mean, it's not ideal, but they're thankful to have been here and to have witnessed. I mean, same as us. Like, it's just amazing to see. This is not the experience that we thought we were going to have, and we're just on this adventure of like seeing what happens with it, and like seeing the value of like relationship and serving and sacrifice, and that the bigger messages.
Because you didn't know each other before this happened,
No.
did you? So
No.
has this whole kind of relationship been thrust upon you?
Yeah, I think if you have a moment like that with anyone, like you're always joined. Like in however many years' time, when we look back at the Rio Games, like this is going to be the moment. The moment is going to be when Abbey picked me up and having that hug at the finish line. Like, that's the moment. Like, we're not going to remember how we felt in a race. Abby's not going to remember how bad her knee hit, like, because you don't remember that stuff. You remember the emotions, and you remember the people, and like I think both of us said, like, when we crossed the finish line, like, we didn't have any negative feelings. Like, we weren't sad, like, we weren't devastated. We were just totally proud that we'd been able to finish, and totally, I guess, like, overwhelmed. Like, I was overwhelmed by the kindness that Abbey stopped. She could have just kept running, but she stopped to make sure that I got back up, and just so grateful for that.
The pair of you are pretty famous around the world at the moment, but particularly in New Zealand. Any chance you might come to New Zealand at some stage to run?
I was gonna say, this is my excuse to go visit now. It's so awesome. I've always wanted to be there. It's quite the trip for me, but it'll be
it's a
worth
long
it.
way, but yeah, it will be.
Absolutely. Thank you.
That's great. Thank you.
I'm so thankful to be here, and I feel like God has taken me on a very unparalleled, I guess, journey. Like, I feel like I've just learned so much through this spring. There have been a lot of ups and downs, but I would not have been able to learn any of the lessons and never would have reached such like familiarity and understanding of Christ without the way that it's happened. You know, I've just realized that what I do want and what Christ has led me to want is Him first. And so I hope that my experience here is a reflection of that. And that, of course, is not, doesn't manifest in the way that, you know, we think it might. It doesn't manifest in medals all the time. Sometimes it does, but it doesn't all. Sometimes it means coming in last place.